So let us start the session. So previous day we have seen here I have told you about the hydro turbines, the basic of hydroelectric turbines और क्या होता है हाइड्रो turbines में वो लास्ट में बोल चुका हूँ and I have told you also the types of hydroelectric turbines. These are the several types of hydroelectric turbines. Then we have done some calculations with respect to some efficiencies. This hydraulic efficiency, mechanical efficiency, your volumetric efficiency, and then your overall efficiency. So we have seen this thing last day. Now we have seen the Pelton wheel turbine. So I last day I told about the basic of or the construction of Pelton wheel turbine. Today we will see the basic calculation that is required to study the Pelton wheel. Okay. So all हम लोगों को पता है लास्ट दिन हम मैं ऑलरेडी बोल चुका हूँ कि व्हाट इज द रनर एंड द बकेट सो वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर द रनर एंड द बकेट सो वाटर फ्लोज थ्रू द बकेट मतलब जो जेट है वो आके स्ट्राइक करेगा जो रनर के ऊपर जो बकेट्स है रनर के ऊपर ये जो बकेट्स है सो इसमें आके वो स्ट्राइक करेगा एंड इट विल रोटेट टुडे वी विल डू द कैलकुलेशन सो पहले अगर कोई भी हम लोग टर्बाइन्स और कोई भी हाइड्रोलिक मशीन्स हम यूज कर रहे हैं सो उसका वेलोसिटी डायग्राम ड्रॉ करना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है okay so as two buckets are there like this so its velocity diagram like this okay so two buckets are shown so it is the first cup of the bucket and this is the second cup of the bucket okay so these are the two cups so these are the two cups of the buckets so now we'll start drawing the velocity diagram. So I have already told that the Pelton wheel is a tangential flow, uh, high head, low specific speed turbine. So you have to remember first to understand this velocity diagram that it's a tangential flow. That means the flow should be like in this direction. So if the flow is in this direction, then it will give an advantage that there is no alpha. There is no alpha. So the alpha is zero. The alpha is zero. At the same time, theta is equal to 0. Theta is equal to 0. So alpha is 0 and theta is 0. Okay, so velocity is coming in the velocity is coming in this direction. Now what is U1? U1 you know the inlet velocity the velocity of the blade at the inlet. V1 is the jet velocity. V1 is the jet velocity. So my mouse is doing some problem. So is the V1 is the jet velocity and VW1 is your VW1 is your the horizontal component of V1. So as alpha is equal to 0, as alpha is equal to 0, and alpha is equal to 0, that only indicates that V1 is same as VW1 and VF1, that means VF1 is equal to 0. VF1 is equal to 0. So as alpha is equal to 0, so VF1 is equal to 0 because we know sin alpha is equal to 0 and V cos alpha V1 cos alpha is equal to VW1 and as the angle is 0 so VW1 is same as V1. So what will be VR1? What will be VR1? It is simply the subtraction of V1 minus U1. But at the outlet the velocity is not tangential so we have to see the velocity triangles okay so it is the same velocity triangle that has already been drawn in the previous lessons so you know what is beta what is phi so beta is your outlet vane angle phi is your the outlet guide blade angle okay so these are the two angles and here you know that is the resultant velocity of v2 and u2 and VW2 is the horizontal component of V2, the outlet velocity, and VF1, VF2 is the vertical component of the outlet velocity. Okay, and you use the velocity of the bucket. So as it is a smooth, as the Pelton turbine buckets are smooth, so U1 is equal to U2 is equal to U. We can consider these things. Okay. Now next come to this portion. Okay. So we'll do the analysis of this. So in the left hand side, you can see the velocity triangles are drawn. These are the two velocity triangles are drawn. So one is in this is inlet velocity triangle, and this is your outlet velocity triangle. Okay. Now come over here. So these things you already have done. You know, HG is the gross head, that is the head of the headrest. Then HF is the head loss, which is termed as 4FL V square d into 2G, which is the Dershowitz equation. Already do you know, and D is the dia of the penstock. Okay. Then what is the net head that is available at the inlet of the bucket? That is HG minus HF. Now what is V1? V1 is nothing but root 2 GH, where H is the net head, and V1 is the inlet velocity of the jet. Okay. And what is U1? If the diameter of the wheel is d and it is rotating with n rpm, then u will be pi dn by 60. U will be pi dn by 60, which is same as u1 and u2. Now, as I was talking earlier, that from the inlet velocity triangles, we have seen that alpha is equal to 0 and theta is equal to 0. So both the angles, inlet guide angles or the inlet vane angles, both are 0. That means it has no vertical components. Okay, so as it has no vertical components, so we can say that VR1. So while VW1, we know that VW1 is equal to V1 cos alpha. V1 cos alpha. So as alpha is equal to 0, so VW1 will be same as VW1 will be same as VW1 will be same as V1. Okay. So you can here it has been shown that VW1 is same as V1 and U1 is same as U. So as I have told earlier that the buckets are smooth. So we can consider that U1 as U. Okay. And as well as VR2 as is equal to VR1. So VR1 is equal to, we can say VR1 is equal to, so VR1, this VR1 is equal to this total minus this small portion, that is U. So VR1 is equal to VW1 minus U1. Now VW1 is same as V1. We have done the calculation. VW1 is same as V1 and U1 is same as U. So VR1 comes U1 minus U. So you have to remember this. So VR1 is same as V1 minus U. Now what is VW2? So VW2 from here we'll get VW2. So this is the VW2. So what will be VW2? It is the total this total portion minus this total portion minus this. Okay. So it will come VW2 will come VR2. The horizontal component of this VR2 is VR2 cos phi minus U2. So this is VR2 cos phi minus U2. Now, as the vane is smooth, so we can consider VR2 as VR1. What is the value of VR1? We have got already over here. So VR1 is equal to your V1 minus W. Okay, so we'll put it later on. And U2 is same as U. So if we put the value of VR1 and U, you will get the equation like this. So VW2 is equal to V1 minus U cos phi minus U. Okay. So what is the force exerted by the jet along the direction of the motion? मतलब जिस डायरेक्शन पे मोशन हो रहा है उस डायरेक्शन पे कितना फोर्स है बिकॉज ऑफ द जेट. So that will be from the Newton's second law of motion, that is P is equal to ma or F is equal to ma, or we can say mass force into the changes in the velocity, the rate of change of momentum. So this is the mass flow rate rho a v1 multiplied by vw2 plus vw1. We have already seen this thing. Why this is coming plus? So already we have done the calculation. Why it is coming plus? So fx will come rho a v1 multiplied by vw1 plus vw2. Now what is the work done by the runner per second? It will be fx multiplied by the velocity. Fx multiplied by the velocity. So work done per second will come like this. Rho a. So we have to put the value of fx. So it will come rho a v1 multiplied by vw1 by vw2 into u by 1000. This 1000 is provided for this kilowatt. This 1000 is provided for this kilowatt. Now, what is the work done पर यूनिट ऑफ वाटर स्ट्राइकिंग? मतलब कितना वाटर स्ट्राइक कर रहा है, उसका वर्क डन पर सेकेंड कितना है पर यूनिट ऑफ वेट के बेसिस से. सो ये बहुत ही सिंपल है. सो जस्ट डिवाइड दिस डब्ल्यू वर्क डन पर सेकेंड, जस्ट डिवाइड दिस डब्ल्यू बाय your weight, that is m into g, and m you know, that is rho a v1. So the equation will come like this. So equation will come like this. So the rho a v1 and rho v1 will cut it out from the numerator as well as denominator. Okay, so the equation will come vw1 plus vw2 into u by g into 1000 kilowatt per kg. So this is the work done per second of the jet per unit weight. Now we come to the efficiency. The most important efficiency is your hydraulic efficiency, because for each and every turbine we will find out this hydraulic efficiencies. So first efficiency is your hydraulic efficiency. So first efficiency is your hydraulic efficiency. So we will find out what is the value of hydraulic efficiency. So it is rp by wp. You know, the runner power by the water power. What is the water power? Water power, that means the power that is available at the top, at the tip of the or the tip of the jet. The jet which is striking, the jet which is striking the cup of the Pelton wheel. So this water power will be half of mv square. Mv square. Mv square means the kinetic velocity. This is the kinetic equation. Okay. Okay. Kinetic energy. So kinetic energy will be half of rho a v1 multiplied by v1 square. And runner power, what is the runner power? Already we have got in the previous session that this one. This is the runner power. Okay. So what will be the efficiency, hydraulic efficiency? It will simply become rho a v1 multiplied by vw1 plus vw2 into u by rho a v1, half is already there, rho a v1 into v1 square. So this rho a v1 and rho a v1 will cut down, and the final equation will come like this: 2 v1 vw1 plus vw2 into u by v1 square. Now we will put the values of vw1 and vw2, whatever we have got in the previous session. So this is the value of vw2 and this is the value of vw1. This is the value of vw1. So we put this value over here. So vw1 simply as v1 and vw2 is the total of this. So v1 minus u cos phi minus u multiplied by u by v1 square. So you have to remember this equation. So you have to remember this equation. It is very much important. Now we'll find out the condition for maximum efficiency. So what is the condition for maximum efficiency? Okay. So here the main variable is this u. Okay. So this eta is varies with respect to this u. Okay. Under constant jet velocity. So what we will do, we will differentiate this efficiency term with respect to u. Okay. So before doing that, we have done some manipulation. मतलब उसको थोड़ा अरेंज कर दिया, रीअरेंज कर लिया. कैसे रीअरेंज किया तो देखते हैं. Okay. So look at over here. This is v1 into u से multiply कर दिया इसको v1 into u, then v1 cos phi into u, v1 cos phi into u, then minus u into u, that is u square into cos phi minus u square. So u square अगर कॉमन ले लेते हैं तो ये आ जाता है 1 plus cos phi. So similarly इन दो टर्म से अगर मैं v1u कॉमन ले लेता हूँ तो इट विल कम v1u multiplied by 1 plus cos phi. So let us take common 1 plus cos phi. So it will come 2 into v1 minus u v1u minus u square multiplied by 1 plus cos phi. So we have done the middle term factor of this by or v1 square in the geometry is already there. Okay. Now what is now we have to do the differentiation. So पहले मैं बोल चुका हूँ कि इसको differentiate करना है with respect to u. Okay, so let us differentiate with respect to u. So it will be d eta h by du. So अगर इसको differentiate करते हैं तो हम देखेंगे किधर u है. So this only this equation has the u term. So if we differentiate u, so it will come v1 and it is 2u and the remaining portions are same. So we'll get that this term is not equals to 0, this term is not equals to 0, this term is not equals to 0. So obviously this term will become 0, because if we want to find any maxima or minima, you have to make the first derivative 0. We have done the first derivative 0. So we will see that v1 minus 2u is equal to 0. So u will come v1 by 2. U will come v1 by 2. So this is the condition for a maximum efficiency. मतलब यही कंडीशन है कि जो वेलोसिटी है ब्लेड का और जो व्हील का जो वेलोसिटी है, so it will be half of the jet velocity. So then the maximum efficiency will come. So what is the value of maximum efficiency? Let us see. So eta h max. So eta h max is equal to. So we have to put u in terms of v1 by 2. So let us put u. So let us 1 second. So let us put u. Let us put u is equal to v by 2 in this equation. Okay. So if we put in this equation, so we will get that this one is v1 square by 2 minus v1 square by 4 v1 square by 4 multiplied by 1 plus cos phi by v1 square. So this term will cut down. This term will cut down and eta h will come 1 plus cos phi by 2. It is very much important equation. You must remember this. You must remember this. It is very much important equation. Sorry. Okay. Next, let us move on to the design of Pelton wheel. So we have to do the design of Pelton wheel. So already I have told that v1 is equal to root 2 gh and u is the speed ratio. Then small u is equal to 5 into root 2 gh. Who is speaking?
Humble lifestyle of Tata Group Chairman Ratan Tata.
Now the speed ratio is 5. 5 is equal to, so 5 we can say that is v1 u by v1, sorry, is u by v1. Okay, so u is equal to, so 5 is equal to u by v1, so u is equal to 5 into root 2 gh. Okay, so 5 है speed ratio and इसका value vary करता है 0.43 to 0.48. now u is equal to pi dn by 60 already I have told, but ये इक्वेशन लिखने का यही मतलब है कि हमको d निकलना है, मतलब जो डायमीटर है व्हील का वो निकलना है. so d is equal to 60u by pi into n, 60u by pi into n. Next come the jet ratio. So jet ratio is the diameter of the wheel by the diameter of the nozzle. Okay, so it is almost 12 for most of the cases. Okay, Now number of the bucket or the runner, it is denoted by z, मतलब कितना number of blade है runner के ऊपर, that is 15 plus d by 2d, so it will come 15 plus 0.5 into z ratio. Width of the bucket, width of the bucket मतलब ये bucket का जो width होगा वो कितना होगा, that is 5 into d, और depth कितना होगा, it is 1.2 into d. So this is the design consideration and you have to remember all these design considerations. Okay, so all the values and all the things you have to remember to design a Pelton wheel, because in your examination you have to be told design a Pelton wheel and the several data will be given, but you have to remember this equation, that is the width of the bucket is 5d and the depth of the bucket is 1.2d, and what is the jet ratio, and then what is the speed ratio. Okay, so let us continue with this. Now I have completed the design of Pelton wheel. Now we will solve one example. So let us solve one example, a problem on Pelton wheel. So it has been told that a Pelton wheel is to be designed for a head of 60 meter when running at 200 rpm. The Pelton wheel develops 95.6475 kilowatt shaft power. Phi is given as 0.45. Overall efficiency is given as 0.85, and the coefficient of velocity is given as 0.98. Okay, so we'll solve the problem. Now first we have to see what are the data given. So first data given is your h. So h is equal to 60 meter. Shaft power is given as 95.6475 kilowatt. Phi is given, speed ratio is given as 0.45, overall efficiency is given as 0.85, and CV, coefficient of velocity, is given as 0.98. So V1 is nothing but CV into root 2 GH. So you know, for the actual velocity, we have to multiply the theoretical velocity into the coefficient of velocity. Okay. This is a theoretical velocity and this is the coefficient of velocity. So we will get the actual velocity. So CV, we have got the value and we know the value of G is 9.81 and H is given 60. So V1 will come 33.62 meter per second. Now U will come phi into root 2 GH. Already you have seen the equation. So phi is given 0.45. So it is 4.45 into 33.62. So it will come 15.13. So we have got V1, we have got U. Now we have to find out the diameter of the wheel. So diameter of the wheel, the equation is like this. So you can see the equation is like this: 60U by pi n. Now n is given, it is 200 rpm. You can see from the equation n is given. Where is the n? There is the n. N is given. Okay. So n is given. U, we have got it out, and pi, the value you know. So d will come 1.44 meter. So I have directly done in the meter. So the diameter of the wheel is 1.44 meter. Now we will find out the jet dia. So let us find out jet dia. Now overall efficiency is given. Look at over there. The overall efficiency is given, and we know overall efficiency is your shaft power by the water power. So shaft power is given like this. So we'll get the water power. So we'll get the water power. Okay. So shaft power is like this, and we know that water power is nothing but mg into h. Mass flow rate into g into h. So it will come mass flow rate, you know, rho into q, matlab rho into volume flow rate. Q is the volume flow rate, okay, or you can say discharge. So q rho into discharge into g into h. Okay, so from this equation we know all the value. We know the value of rho, 1000. So we know the value of rho, the value of g, we know the value of q, we know the value of we don't know the value of q, we know the value of h. So q will come after putting all the values on this equation, it will come 0.1912 meter cube per second. So q, we know a into v1. A is the area of the jet and v1 is the uh, inlet jet velocity. So v1 already you have got, that is 33 point something, 33.62 meter, and a we know the jet is circular, so it is pi by 4 into small d square. Small d is the jet dia. Okay, so it will come, it is same as 0.1912. So if we have all the data, so we'll get D from here, and D is, we put all the values, D will come 85 millimeter. So we have done this in millimeter. Okay, now we will find out the width of the bucket. The width of the bucket, already we have seen in the last case, the width of the bucket is 5D. So we have got the D. The width of the bucket is 425 millimeters. Okay, then depth of the bucket is 1.2 into D. So 1.2 into 85, which is 102 millimeter. So we have got the depth of the bucket. Now we have to find out that how many buckets are on the mountain on the wheel. So this is nothing but 15 multiplied by 0.5 into the Z ratio. So Z ratio, that is the capital D by small d. It is 1.44 by 0.085. So as 0.8, as 85 millimeter was there, so we have to convert it into meter. So if we convert it into meter, it will come 0.085. Okay, so the next Z will come 23.5. So it is, because we cannot take the fraction, so it will be 24. That means 24 amount of run 20 number of buckets or number of vanes are mounted on the wheel. 24 numbers. Okay, so this is the solution of the problem. So I have completed this Pelton wheel. So next day I will start. Next day I will start from the Francis turbine. I'll start. So if you have any question right now, so you can ask me. कोई question है तो पूछ लो. Any
Hello.
question? हाँ.
হ্যালো স্যার এই ইকুয়েশন, হ্যাঁ স্যার এই ইকুয়েশনে কিউ মানে ডিসচার্জ যেটা সেটা 0.85 দিয়ে রিপ্লেস করা হলো কেন?
0.85 দিয়ে কোনখানে কিউটা কোনখানে বল, আমি পয়েন্টার নিয়ে যাচ্ছি কোনখানটা.
ওই ওই আপনার শ্যাফট পাওয়ার বাই ওয়াটার পাওয়ার রোজি এইচ যেটা করা হয়েছে
এটা তো
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ ওয়াটার পাওয়ার আমরা দুভাবে লিখতে পারি. একটা হচ্ছে হাফ অফ এমভি স্কোয়ার, ঠিক আছে, আর একটা হচ্ছে এমজিএইচ, কারণ এমজিএইচটাই হাফ অফ এমভি স্কোয়ার কনভার্ট হচ্ছে. তো আমার এখানে যেটা লাগবে সেটা হচ্ছে এমজিএইচটা, ঠিক আছে. সো আমার এখানে যেটা লাগবে এম ডট জি ইন্টু এইচ, ঠিক আছে. তো এম ডট মানে হচ্ছে মাস ফ্লো রেট. তো এটাকে আমরা লিখতে পারি কিউ ইন্টু ভলিউম ফ্লো রেট, ঠিক আছে. রো ইন্টু ভলিউম ফ্লো রেট, রো মানে ডেনসিটি আর ভলিউম মানে জানিস, তাহলে আমরা জানি রো ইজ ইকুয়াল টু এম বাই ভি, তাহলে এম ইজ ইকুয়াল টু রো ইন্টু ভি. সো এই ভলিউম ফ্লো রেটটাকে আমরা বলি ডিসচার্জ কিউ, ঠিক আছে. তাহলে এটা কি ইকুয়েশন আসছে, রো ইন্টু কিউ ইন্টু জি ইন্টু এইচ. এটা এখানে আসছে রো ইন্টু কিউ ইন্টু জি ইন্টু এইচ, ঠিক আছে. আচ্ছা, এখান থেকে আমি কিউটা বার করব, ঠিক আছে, কারণ বাকি সমস্ত ভ্যালুগুলো আমি জানি. তো কিউটা আমি বের করে ফেললাম 0.1912, ঠিক আছে. এবার বলছি যে যেখানে 0.85 কেন দেয়া আছে, 0.85 হচ্ছে ওভারঅল এফিসিয়েন্সি, এটা নিচে চলে যাবে আর ওয়াটার পাওয়ারটা উপরে যাবে, কারণ আমি তো এটা বার করবো না, কিউটা বার করবো না. দিয়ে আবার কিউ এর ফর্মুলা হচ্ছে a ইনটু v1, মতলব হচ্ছে এরিয়া মাল্টিপ্লাইড বাই দ্য জেড ভেলোসিটি, ঠিক আছে. তো ওখান থেকে আমি ডিটা পেয়ে যাব, ঠিক আছে, বোঝা গেছে. কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন? Any other question? Okay, so I'm ending this meeting. Let us see the next session.
Thank you sir, thank you so much. क्लास आज का बहुत अच्छा था सर, थैंक यू. आज का क्लास बहुत अच्छा था सर, थैंक यू.
Thank you.